It's called the age of decadence. This place is falling. You understand? Prices of things are rising. It's hard to get a job. So it's time to say, you know what? We done tried everything else. We done tried marching. We done tried voting. But we've never tried the words of God. The pastors have never taught us that we're the Israelites and that we got to keep God's laws, statutes, and commandments. So then what you gonna do? Now the ball is on your court. What you gonna do? We got to get right, bro. You too, King. You too, man. Because we need that. We need to understand that we are God's chosen people. No. You know what? Because we need the esteem to understand the gravity of why we need to change. Part of that is understanding your position in this earth. So give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. You got what I want? All praise.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
So listen to this real quick. Because we've been taught that God loves everybody. You know what I'm saying? God's fair game. But yet we can't explain this. In a minute we talk about slavery and what happened to us, we racist. That's hate speech. Don't talk about that. Okay? But let's read what God say about you, us. God's chosen people. Read.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
See that? Holy. Holy means you're special. You're not like everybody else in this world. We're not. Read.
The Lord thy God hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Above all people on the face of the earth. So when you understand your position, that should make you think, well, if God said it about the children of Israel, the Israelites, then what the hell am I doing at the bottom? What the hell am I doing in slavery still? Hell, my people, the greatest thing on this earth, I'm going to do what I got to do to get my people right.
That's right.
You understand? That's part of the change.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
Let me ask you something. What is your nationality? What would you say? You're black? Your whole outfit look like it's black, right? So you can't be black, but that's one. Matter of fact, let me get that in Deuteronomy 28 and what I want, Proverbs and bywords. What's that, 38? What's that? 37? Read this. Watch this, Rico.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 37.
Hey, Brother Charles, come up and deal with me too, man.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee.
God just said that we'll be an astonishment among all nations. Do you think when a so-called white person ride down this street right here and see our people sitting right here smoking weed, doing all this foolishness right now, that they're not like, oh, look at these people over here, look what they're doing. Like they're astonished at it. Right now, honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. They probably ain't even astonished no more. They expect that from us.
Bring it out.
Expect that from us. Right? Read.
Talk about it, brother. Talk about it. Speak about it, brother.
Read it again. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb.
A proverb to the other nations, right? How many of y'all ever heard that black people like chicken and watermelon?
Oh yeah, we heard that a lot.
Right, ain't that a proverb? You don't think white people like chicken and watermelon?
Exactly.
Asian people like chicken and watermelon? Like every race. You see what I'm saying? But for the black man, black woman, they expect that to be our favorite thing, right? You know what I'm saying? Those things are out there. Have you ever heard, if you want to hide anything from a nigga, put it in a book? Because we won't read. I love my people, but how many books do you think the young people read in a month? Nothing. Probably a book, a whole book. Not a paragraph, a whole book. None. They'll read a Facebook page, they'll read a Twitter post, but they will not pick up a book to save their life. This will save their life right here. Guaranteed. Watch this though. Read.
And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword.
You know what a byword is, Brother Rico? I'm black. What's up? Read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 65 and verse 15. And ye shall leave your name for a curse unto my chosen.
He said that we're going to leave our name for a curse. That curse is black, African American. Oh, you know what? I'm not African American, I'm African. Okay, if you're not black, then what are you? Most people say African American, right? Right. And African American is two white people. When we say we're African American, we're literally saying we're the offspring of two white men. Leo Scificus Africanus and America Vespucci. Look them up. They're in the history book. Do you know when the term African American was coined? In the 1980s. In the 1980s. You was just born 1980? You was born in 1980? There's some men. This. My brother right here, he was born before the 80s. How can you call him African American? He's older than his nationality. That don't even make sense.
Bring it out.
Right.
But God said that we will leave our name for a curse.
That's right.
And we'll be called a proverb, a byword, which is black or African American. What God called us is Israelites. That's what we're from.
Right.
We're from the nation of Israel, my people.
Right.
Is your dad a so-called African American? Hey, take the bus, bro. Hey, read the flyer. You got the flyer? Read the flyer. We got contact information on the back at the bottom, my brother. All right. So, hey, let me get First Maccabeus chapter 3 and verse 43. 3 and verse 43. Because I know some of y'all young people out here like, man, what the hell they doing out here? Why they out here with a speaker and some signs? We out here for y'all. We out here to raise y'all back up to be the kings and the rulers of this earth that y'all supposed to be. But y'all want to be right here on the street corner, on bikes, smoking weed, drinking, fornicating. Y'all don't want to take y'all rightful place as kings and princes. Read.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 3 and verse 43. They said one to another.
They said one to another. All these brothers right here in this purple, we said one to another.
Let us restore the decayed estate of our people.
Let us restore our people from that decayed estate that they in, Brother Charles. That's what we out here for.
Right.
But look
Bring it out.
they could care less. They could care less, right? The decayed estate that we're in, you know what that is? It was pushed upon us. Because before what? The 40s, women weren't wearing pants.
Right.
Bring it
You
up.
know that? But when that feminists came, they pushed those pants on us. Later on, what they did was push weed to us and alcohol to us and crack, baby mamas, baby daddies, women twerking, men being pimps and players. That's what they pushed to us, and they broke our homes. Because the white man know a strong home makes a strong community, which makes a strong nation.
That's right.
But our people, all our young people care about, as long as they have money in their pocket, some weed to smoke, and a woman to lie down with. And nowadays, even men, hey, as long as I have another man to lie down with. A woman, as long as I have another woman to lie down with. They pushing even homosexuality on us as well. Right? That's the decayed state that we're in. That's sad. Watch this, read it from the top.
They said one to another, let us restore the decayed estate of our people, and let us fight for our people and the sanctuary.
We are here fighting for our people.
That's right.
Whether they like it or not. We're here to stay on the word of God and rise our people back up to where they're supposed to be. Read.
Then was the congregation gathered together, that they might be ready for battle, and that they might pray and ask mercy and compassion.
So we're trying to gather our people together and pray to God. Get that mercy and compassion from God. Right? Look at us. You think this mercy and compassion right here? God leaving us right where we want to be. This is where our people want to be, on the street corner, doing nothing at, what time is it, like 6 o'clock? On a Tuesday, doing nothing.
Break it out.
That's crazy.
Isaiah 30:20.
That's crazy, bro. We got to raise our people back up. We got to put back in our people mindset who they truly are. I can guarantee you, most of our young people has never asked, who am I really? Where do I really come from? Who were we past slavery? They don't know. They believe that's where their history starts at, in slavery. Or if not, that there was just some savages in Africa running around with a bone in their nose.
Right.
That's what they believe.
Break it out.
Read.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 30 and verse 20.
Bring it out.
And though the Lord give you bread of adversity,
The bread of adversity. Hey, shalom, my brother. The bread of adversity that the Most High gave us is us being shot down in the street.
Right.
Us having a knee on our neck.
Right.
Us being killed in our own beds.
Right.
Us having our remains returned to our mother in a damn box. That's the adversity that we got.
Right.
The baby mama houses, the single parent houses, the having no jobs, the not giving a damn about your own people. That's the bread of adversity that the Most High gave us. Read.
and the water of affliction.
That affliction. We're crying. We're crying out to see why this thing is.
Right.
We're afflicted. And we don't even care as a people why we're afflicted. This is the time to rise up and do something about it.
That's right.
Read.
Yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore.
We're not going to be removed into a corner anymore. We're not going to be doing this in a back alley or quiet. We right here on the streets, right in front of your face, giving you the solutions to the problems.
That's right. Bring it out.
That's what we're doing. But we don't want that. We want to continue to stay where we at and continue to have these other nations, the white people, the Chinese people, the Arab people laughing at us.
What is a nation? Nation is family. Nation is community. Nation is men leading by example. Nation is women's support. Nation is children with role models. Nation is unity.